transmission logs from Rax?
Visit the Wayfinder's compass in the helm to receive a briefing from Mara. Mara Sov acknowledges your success in rescuing a lost Techian, but stresses this is not the end. The ley lines have shifted. A new path is open within the Ascendant Plane. She urges you to continue improving your Wayfinder's compass to meet these new challenges.
We awoken were born of light and dark. Our perspective on the universe is a complex one. The light is not inherently good, as your warlords of the Dark Age so clearly demonstrated. In spite of Zavala's preconceptions, darkness is not inherently evil. Some among you already discovered this on Europa. In my travels, I have seen true evil. It is the worm gods that the Hive serve. It is the Black Fleet, waiting to strike. It is the entity that commands them all. The voice in the darkness. These creatures are not evil because they wield darkness. They are evil because, like Savathun and Zivu Arath, they are cruel, hateful things with no regard for the lives of others. Some might say that includes me as well. I will let history be the judge of my guilt. Before that judgment is cast, I will see my Techians returned. Perhaps with them I can save us all.
You are greeted with some insight into the nature of light and dark from the Awoken perspective. Mara Sov tells you that not all light bearers are fundamentally good, just as the darkness is not fundamentally evil. She points to the warlords of the Dark Ages and your experiences on Europa to provide evidence for this. Mara's voice grows grim. She tells you that she has seen what true evil is. An entity. A voice in the darkness that commands the Black Fleet. She explains that this entity is not evil because of its connection to the darkness, but because of the acts of malice it takes part in. She leaves you again with the task of finding and rescuing her lost Techians. With them, perhaps Mara Sov can save us all. The Awoken have modified the Blind Well to open pathways to many points within the Ascendant Plane. Use your Wayfinder's compass to forge an Astral Alignment. After completing an alignment, track down parallax trajectories and Ascendant anchors to isolate the location of a lost Techian within the ley lines. Form an Astral Alignment within the Blind Well using your Wayfinder's compass.
Your compass was made in the distributary to guide those who departed. If Zivu Roth were to control it, nothing would stop her army from flooding the city. We need to replace the batteries for the Blind Well's regulators. They're dense with paracausal energy, so it'll take teamwork to get them installed.
Shouldn't be too difficult. How heavy could they be? soon as we get access to those batteries, start hauling. Take turns if you have to. Carrying those batteries felt empowering.
The radiation they emit is largely unstudied. I wouldn't hold them for too long. The Taken are mounting another attack. Push them back before they get entrenched, Guardian.
Does this ever end? Do Guardians really spend all their time going from one fight to the next?
That's the job, Crow. Most of the Vanguard leadership has been at it for centuries.
No wonder Saladin is so jaded.
The strongest Taken yield their essences. Retrieve them to close the rifts.
You can carry a lot of weight, Petra. I'm impressed.
I've had no choice. For years, the Dreaming City rested on my shoulders.
Make sure you keep your compass safe. Things are about to get loud.
Well done. The Techians will be invaluable in the fight against the Black Fleet.
Good.
We need all the help we can get. And what do the Techians do exactly? I'm asking for a friend.
They're experts in paracausal forces and keepers of the distributary secrets. If anyone can intuit the means and ways of the Black Fleet, it will be them.
Collect parallax trajectory to triangulate the location of lost Techians. Collecting ascendant anchors in the open world grants large quantities of parallax trajectory each week. Parallax trajectory can also be earned by completing strikes, crucible, and gambit matches, public events, and more. Techians leave ascendant anchors as stitches between the ascendant plane and this one to find their way home if a ley line were to collapse. With a blind well aligned, these anchors will light the way to the lost Techians.
You have wandered far, from one enemy's dreamland to another.
The Wayfinder's compass has triangulated the location of a lost Techian's ley line. Enter the Shattered Realm via the Helm map to find and rescue her. Through your efforts of aligning the blind well and tracking down ascendant anchors and parallax trajectory, a lost Techian has been located. Their position isn't exact, but it has been localized to a ley line within the Shattered Realm. The ascendant plane awaits.
Align the beacons, Guardian, and signal the way home.
The telemetry you're sending from the compass looks good. There should be a beacon nearby. Beacon aligned. They'll have felt that. Be ready.
I wonder if the Scorn's presence here has anything to do with Callus's horrific experiments aboard the Glycon.
I'm detecting beacon alignment, but there are enemies closing on your position. The final beacon is aligned. I'm detecting severe paracausal emanations in your vicinity. Get ready. It's over. The beacons have aligned and the rift is open. Bring our Techian home.
Awkward question, given the timing. Can someone fact-check my knowledge about the Ascendant Plane? Some of what I know came from Cyrus, and I'd rather be safe than sorry.
It's the backstage of the universe, Crow. Sculpted by willpower and imagination. What do they teach you in the city?
Mostly point, shoot, and jump.
Bring the Wayfinder's compass back to the awoken wing of the helm. Each rescued Techian can assist in unlocking new abilities from the compass. A Wayfinder's compass upgrade is now available. Upgrade your compass with the Safe Passage ability. The ley lines that form the Shattered Realm are full of mysteries and lost treasures. Upgrade the Wayfinder's compass to explore the Ascendant Plane further. Petrovenge waits at the portal to Marasov's chambers. She has a complaint about Crow's curiosity. Crow has been trying to speak with Savathun alone. He believes he is owed an explanation and grows tired of people putting roadblocks in front of him. Petrovenge thinks Savathun will manipulate Crow. Someone needs to mitigate the situation.
Osiris was like... I know. Just let me speak to Savathun, please.
No. I won't give that witch another chance to dig her claws into you.
Maybe she's right, Crow.
You know I am. Savathun is already in your head. You're a liability to the mission.
Why do you have such a problem with me, Petra? 5 minutes, that's all I'm asking.
The Queen of the Reef forbids it.
Well, I don't take commands from the Queen of the Reef.
Savathun unraveled the Dreaming City with a single wish. I've spent years trying to contain that mistake. Better men than you died because of it.
To my ear, it sounds like you're the liability. Maybe your queen's trust in you was misplaced. A knife against a hunter? I'd be more careful who you pick fights with.
Another step, and my Corsairs will have to prepare you a second grave.
Save it for the Hive, both of you. This isn't getting us anywhere. Thank you. We could all probably use a minute to cool off. Oh no.
Keep both eyes on that one.
The Witch Queen Savathun awaits you. She is somehow aware that Marasov has granted you access to her crystal prison. See what information the Witch Queen lets slip. But take care. Savathun weaves lies and deceit with ease. Savathun wishes to converse with her friend, the Guardian, you.
You can't stop the inevitable. No one can, though Petra Venge seems perfectly willing to try. I've always sympathized with Crow, you know. All the kind words I shared with him as Osiris were sincere. I know what it's like to be in exile. To be hated for things outside of your control. It would be better for Crow if we talked. I want to explain why I did what I did. I want him to know that my affection is true, because the less he knows, the more vulnerable he is. Doomed to be strung along by false promises from supposed benefactors. But then again, I'm the one trapped in the crystal prison. What do I know?
Meet Crow in the helm and learn why he tried to talk to Savathun. Petra Venge barred Crow from an audience with the Witch Queen. Glint tells your ghost that Crow wonders why you are trusted with Savathun and he is not. Petra seems reluctant to explain Marasov's decision to Crow. It's only a matter of time before tensions snap. Someone should speak to Crow before he does anything rash.
Venge thinks I'm vulnerable, and I'm supposed to just take a seat? Like I was the only one fooled by Savathun wearing Osiris' skin? You'd known him far longer than I thought I had, but I don't see her forbidding you from speaking to her. Because it's not about me. It's about who I was, isn't it? Every time the Vanguard tells me that things will get better, I thank them. As if it's a privilege not to be beaten to death. Our past lives aren't supposed to matter. I'm beginning to wonder why I'm the only Guardian being judged by mine. No more apologies. No more creeping around on eggshells. I deserve an audience with Savathun. I deserve to know how much of what she told me as Osiris was a lie. I deserve answers.
Crow is fuming after being barred from speaking with Savathun by Petra Venge. Venge thinks I'm vulnerable and I'm just supposed to take a seat? He asks. He looks to you, pointing out that other people knew Osiris longer than he had, including yourself. He tells you he is tired of being held accountable for the actions of the person he used to be. Our past lives aren't supposed to matter, he says. Crow takes a moment, then nods to himself. He tells you he deserves answers, and he isn't going to wait around for someone else to give him permission. Petra wants to follow up regarding her argument with Crow. Speak to her through the Wayfinder's compass in the helm. Petra would like to discuss Crow's behavior with you.
I don't need to be Marasov to see into your mind, Guardian. You think I'm making a mistake. You think I barred Crow out of pettiness. I won't say I didn't recommend it, but it was the Queen's order, for his own safety. I see Prince Uldren's arrogance in him, his desire to please. He's vulnerable. Uldren and your Crow are echoes of each other. Surely you can see that. They share kindred weaknesses. Savathun will exploit them again if we let her. But with Mara back, I can finally see the end approaching. It's been a long time coming. There are still Techians in need of your strength. I wish I could fill their place, but this must be how things are. I'm here if you need me.
Petravenge knows why you come to speak with her and explains that she hasn't barred Crow out of pettiness or hatred. She is following Queen Marasov's orders. However, she does express her concerns about Crow. She says that he shares many qualities with the late Uldren Sov, and that she sees as red flags. Savathun will exploit them again if we let her, she warns. Petra hopes you understand the Queen's position and her own concerns. She says there are still lost Techians that require your assistance, and would like you to turn your thoughts to them instead of the small disagreement. The ley lines are degrading, polluted with Taken corruption and Hive spellcraft. This causes them to mirror aspects of the material world. Primal cosmic forces govern the ley lines. Conditions must be perfect to open a pathway for the next rescue mission. Each Techian found, each clearing of the ley lines brings Marasov's plan closer to fruition. Continue collecting parallax trajectory, conducting astral alignments, and charting the ley lines of the Shattered Realm. Eventually, Savathun's worm will be exorcised, and the real Osiris will be returned.
If you'd like to support this channel, liking and commenting on the videos tells YouTube to share these videos with others who may find them useful. If you'd like to provide monetary support to help keep this channel up and running, visit my locals and subscribe star communities.